Hi, in this video tutorial I'll be showing you how to connect an ASP.NET frontend with an SQL Server data source backend. So I'm doing this in Visual Studio 2008. Even in Visual Studio 2005 it's just the same. So open your Visual Studio 2008 and go for File, New, Website. So ASP.NET website is selected. I'll just go ahead. It's just fine. I'll go ahead and click OK, and your workspace get created. As soon as your workspace is created, go ahead and click on add new item. Control Shift A will get this window popped up. I'll go ahead and select SQL Server database and I'll name it as college. So I'm creating a database for holding the records of the students in a college, like a rank holding mechanism which will be manipulating on the marks of the students, and based on that it will be holding the records and the ranks of the students. Here we have, you are attempting to add a special file type database to an ASP.NET website. Just fine. I'll click on S. So our data source is getting added to our workspace, and you see in the left side of the Server Explorer, when you click on Server Explorer, we could see the database is added, college, and inside that we have several functionalities like functions, synonyms, types, assemblies, database, diagrams, views. So let's navigate inside the table. We have no table inside it, so right click and add new table. So we have 3 rows displayed here: column name, data type, and allow nulls. I'll go ahead and start with the student ID in the column name. Student ID, and the data type will be of integer type. Since okay, I'll uncheck the allow null values because we couldn't fill a null value inside a student ID. And the next thing will be first name. I'll go ahead and make it as variable varchar 50. I'll uncheck the allow null values and I'll go for last name. I'll go for varchar again. For names, probably will be going for varchar, and then rank. I'll make it integer type. If you're maybe calculating a salary of an employee, then you will be going for a small money or something like that. You have money as a character, data type, and in that case you'll be going for other data types. And now integer and varchar is just fine for me. I'm just going to hold the records of the students and their ranks in a college. So I'll just save it, Control S, or this floppy button. I'll name my table as students. I'll click OK, and then that's it. Our database is created. This is what our database is. I'll go to default view. I'll go to Server Explorer and right click on my students table, and I'll say show table data. So whatever the thing that is there in our table data is just getting displayed in our design view now. So see here we have 4 columns: student ID, first name, last name, rank, as we specified before. I'll go ahead and start filling out our student ID. Let's say 1. First name will be Deepak and last name is D, rank 1. And the next student, second student will be Prince Joe. I'll give him a rank 7. Next student, I'll just go ahead and fill some 5 values. Okay, I filled 5 students, name and their ranks randomly. I'll go to default page and I'll go to the design view. So we have our database completed. Our database is designed and it's fine. So in our design view we have nothing here. So there are 3 ways by which I can design my front view, by which I can have a display of whatever is there in my database. So there are 3 ways I'm going to do in this tutorial. One is, so usually you'll be in the standard here, left side. I'll go inside the data view, and I have grid view. I'll be using grid view in this tutorial, and then details view, and then form view. So I'll just go ahead and drag and drop grid view inside our workspace. Let's see how grid view works as in the front end. So most probably grid view is used in e-based learning websites where you will be taking a test and the test value will be displayed along with the others who took the test in other times, and your rank will be compared with their rank, something like that. So most probably grid view is used for such purpose. So this is a grid view. We have nothing in this column 0, column 1, column 2, and ABC. I'll just go ahead and give a design for this. Auto format inside the quick tag. I'll go ahead and select brown sugar. Okay. So you have an option here, choose data source. I'll go ahead and select a data source, new data source. So database. Okay. So we have our college database as we designed. It is there here. I'll go ahead and select. I will see the connection string. Our connection string query is there here. We don't have to do anything with that. I'll click on next. Let's see this connection string. Yes, next. And then in this thing you can select anything in particular, like if you want only student ID to be selected based on their mark criteria, like you can select everything. If you want to select everything, select the asterisk, which means everything, or you can select any particular thing. I'll just go ahead and select everything. You can even sort these people accordingly. Let me say that I want to still select a student according to his rank in the year 2007. I can say where student ID or student name, where his rank is so and so. You can set the constraints by order by or where. So advanced functionalities will be there in the details view and form. We will see that later. I'll go ahead and click next, and let's test our query and see how our database looks. So just fine. All the details that I filled is just there. It is visible in our visible. I'll go ahead and click on finish. So in this quick tag I have three options here. Enable paging. I'll go ahead and check it out. Enable sorting, enable selection. Fine. So I'll save this. Let's debug and see how our database works, how our front end looks. So now we have absolutely nothing in our front end in the workspace. As you see, select and student ID is 0, 1, 2, 3 randomly, number is given ABC, first name and last name, rank is nothing, randomly 0 to 9 numbers are given. So modify the web.config. Okay, let's see. Now when I run the program in our front view, it automatically fetches the data from the backend and it displays all the data that is there in our database into our front end. We'll get a display of all the data in the database in our front view now. See here, select option is there where you can select any particular row, and we enable sorting. So when you click on rank, it will automatically sort people inside this table according to their rank in an ascending order. So last name, it will arrange people in the alphabetical order. First name the same way, student ID according to the student ID ascending order, it will sort. So that's it. In grid view we have nothing more to do, so I'll start debugging. I'll stop debugging. I'll go to toolbox and I'll drag and drop details view now. So we have our details view here. Okay, so even details view has nothing in this, nothing here. So I'll go ahead and give a design to it. Inside the auto format, I'll go ahead and select brown sugar in the quick tag. I'll select a data source, SQL data source one. Already it's there connected to this workspace, so I don't have to go for a new data source again and connect it. I'll go ahead and click on enable data source, SQL data source. I'll enable paging. Okay, enable paging, just fine. So as I told you before, grid view is used most probably for e-based learning websites where you want to see your mark compared with other people's mark who took the test previously. So in forms view you will be having as you see, student ID, first name, last name, rank. You have an individual display of every student. Each and every student's details could be viewed individually rather than viewing it at a stretch along with all other details of other students. So let's go ahead and debug this and see how details view looks. So this is how our details view looks. See here, student ID, and we have a paging option so that we could flick through the pages. Second person is Prince Joe, and third person, fourth person, fifth person. You could have a better look at each and every person and their marks and their performance individually rather than looking at all together with everything. So that's what details view is all about. But one more thing we have, that is we could change the template. So go to the quick tag and you have an option called edit templates here. I'll click on edit templates. You have 4 templates option here: footer template, header template, empty data template, and page template. However, we don't have much of things to do in this thing. So this is in fact a normal thing that is used for viewing individual data. So next thing we'll go, I'll stop debugging. Okay, we'll go ahead and see what's form view is. This is what is something that is used in almost all the websites, where you will be able to edit and update values which you want. Like in this thing, I enable select option here, where you can select a particular row and you can see the details of a person. But in form view, we'll see how it works. I'll go to auto format and I'll select brown sugar for this. I'll click OK. I'll select the same data source. I'll enable paging. I'll save it. So let me try this out. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. So the difference between details view and form view is not much of thing. Like they both are same. Let's run this and you will have a better idea about it when you look at it. So you see this is grid view and this is details view, and the third one is forms view. Details view and forms view looks the same almost 90%, but the difference between those two is, we'll see. Let me stop debugging. I'll go to forms view, and inside this quick tag you have an option edit templates. So in details view we have not much of template. In form view we have item template, footer template, edit item template, insert item template, which is certainly not there in details view. So I'll go ahead and select edit item template and I'll save it. So let's run this now and see how it is. Okay, now I'll go ahead and run this, debug this, and let's see how it works. So the same appearance is there, however, but the difference is when you want to update your data, when you want to insert a new value, you can go ahead and configure your data source. I'll stop debugging this. So the difference is that you will be getting a display like a form, a text box where you can configure your data source. Like you have, I told you that, where you can add where constraint and order by constraint. So this thing will be available in form view by default. You don't have to go ahead and set this by mentioning it in your configure data source. Actually speaking, I'm doing this for the video tutorial sake. I'm doing this all at a stretch. I mean, in a single page I'm doing grid view, details view, and form view. But if you do it individually, like first grid view and then in a separate page, separate web form, details view, and another separate web form, go ahead and do your form view, you'll be getting a clear idea about what's the difference between all these three is. Because here it looks the same, but when you want to update your database, you cannot update it. I mean, you cannot insert a new value. You can, however, update an existing value in the grid view, but you cannot insert a new value. But in details view you can go ahead and insert a new value. And in form view the advantage is that you don't have to write any, I mean, you don't have to set any constraint like where or order by. You can just, I mean, user-friendly controls will be there available, and you can just go ahead and click it and you can insert new values, delete the previous value, or update the existing value, and whatever you want you can do it in form view, which is a convenient way of connecting to the database with the front end. So you can try this, and you can even add some style sheets. So let me just go ahead and add one style sheet and I'll finish this video tutorial. I'll just name it as, okay, I'll just give appearance background color as blue. I'll save it. I'll go to my default page. I'll go to format, attach style sheet. I'll attach the style sheet and click on OK, and a blue background comes. I'll go ahead and run this now and see how our connectivity looks. So that's it. We saw grid view, details view, and form view, and I hope you enjoy this video tutorial, and please post your comments and suggestions in my channel, and please do subscribe to my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.